Look, my biggest stock investment dropped by 13% in March. Still, my investment portfolio performed slightly better than S&P 500. But if I'm honest, most of my unrealized profits this year can be easily wiped out in mid-April. Hello finance people, my name is Robert and I'm here to share with you my learnings and experiences about personal finance as a European. So let's jump into my portfolio tracker and I'll explain the situation. So I have here my stock investments and you can see that the stocks did pretty badly. So I have here minus 3.5%. That's mostly due to poor performance by Tesla stock. I already sold half of my investment in Tesla. I think it was in February. I sold half of it and the second half is still there. I'm still watching the situation, but right now in March it didn't look that well. You can see that I lost about 700 euros just in that month. And if I look at the other stocks, they didn't do anything basically. You can see here there's some in green, but it wasn't anything significant. It's just it's been stagnant throughout the whole month. I don't count NEO because that one I already gave up. You can see my investment value is only $29 or sorry, euros, so it doesn't really count. But if we take a look at my biggest part of my portfolio, which is ETFs, that's where I see, well, positive signs. My biggest part of my investment is the VUSA. I also have some world ETFs here as well, but you can see that all of them, they were up by more than 2.5%. You see 2.7 here and 2.8, and that's only from ETFs. I'm up by 800 euros this month, and I'm slightly doing better than S&P 500. So anytime I'm on par with S&P 500, I'm super happy. I would say so far pretty boring, but this is where it gets a bit more interesting. Like last month, if I look at crypto, this is where the action was, and you can see instead of Bitcoin driving the sort of growth, I see now that my BNB investment, it's been really low quite long. You can see that it grew by 43%. So that's 400 euros just from that investment. And in total, that's 1,600 euros from crypto. And the crypto is gonna, it's gonna just be super interesting in April because that's when the Bitcoin will be halving. So I'm gonna watch closely that and see. I need to set some sort of strategy what I'm gonna do if it hits 120, 150. At what point I'm gonna exit. So it's definitely interesting month to come. And you can see that I'm 16% up, and that's mainly due to Bitcoin having pretty good month. It's 14% up, and that's almost 1,200 euros just from that. So pretty happy with crypto, but big day, payday is coming soon, so need to pay attention to that. Now, if you want to see how my portfolio did in 2023 overall, just click on this video right here and it'll take you to a playlist. And then if I look at peer-to-peer lending, I have a smaller investment there. I have about 5,000 euros in peer-to-peer lending. You can see it's just consistent. It's consistent just under 1% per month, which makes sense because my target is somewhere between 10 and 12% per year. And that's what I'm looking at here. So this month I made 45 euros from my 5,000 euro investment, which is what I expect. So if I look at overall results, so if I select everything, you can see that this month I'm up by 3.1%. And if I compare that to S&P 500, it's doing well. I'm slightly above S&P 500, and in total that's about 1,900 euros just in March. Last month, because of Bitcoin, I had the best month, I think, since I started these update videos. And now I had a really good month where it's 3% up. Always happy with that because my long-term goal would be to grow somewhere between 10 to 15% per year. Obviously, there are going to be years that are not going to be doing that well, maybe even in minus. But overall, if I look at the next 15, 20 years, that's what I expect. Now, I've been investing for the last 6 years, and there are a few mistakes that I really wish I hadn't made. Without them, my portfolio would have been probably double the size. That's why I created this video right here, so you can avoid losing time and money making the same mistakes I did.